I've seen behavior with some animals where people explain certain behaviors, or I'll see these certain behaviors, and I will run through all of the things that it could be. And then when you run out of all the things it could be, you go, hmm. And honestly, this case, this case that I'm working, I had gotten it from, another professional who was working with them in a different way. And as soon as I was being told the story, I was like, that sounds like there's something that's a little more spiritual there. And of course, I'm like, is there a ghost? Is there a haunting? Because I love scary stuff. I'm a scary guru, even though I don't like the real scary stuff. I don't like the negative scary stuff. But I was like, okay, so this is something that I was like, how do you approach somebody to say, you know what, you might have a ghost in your house, and that's what's causing your dog to have this behavior.
Right.
Things like staring, just staring at the ceiling with nothing there, staring at a cabinet where nothing has been there that's been important to the dog, being afraid to move. One was this dog was out in the courtyard and did not want to come in the house. And so he just left the dog out in the courtyard. And when he walked out 15 minutes later, it was dark. The dog was upside down in a submissive posture, like in an appeasement way. And there was nothing else out there. And of course, the area is just, the energy in this area is just very well known for hauntings. It's one of the most haunted locations in the United States. And so, I laughed because I was like, look, in my 30 years, I've never had this conversation with a client that you may want to have a talk with someone or have someone speak with your dog so that we can see what's happening. And when you start kind of bringing it up for people, oftentimes they'll be like, well, you know what? I have, seen this, or I've catch something out of the corner of my eye, or have you had a dog ever be like, yeah, we have a spirit here and it's
absolutely
XYZ.
Right. And here's the thing. I've never been someone who wanted to sensationalize, like, quote unquote, a haunting. There's so much that happens in the spiritual world that most of us are unaware of, and some things are not benign. And, and I would say, but all things can go back into the divine, to the light and love of God. There are some negative spirits that might not even be, they might not even be souls. They might not even be human souls that are passed, or animal souls. I have lots of people tell me, I just saw my cat run by, or, that's in spirit, or I bet you've had a lot of that, dogs that like, that dog is gone and they left me. Why did I get a fur ball here? And they've been gone for a long time. And so there are ways that, and I personally have talked to, as an animal medium, I have spoken to so many animals that say, I'm sending you messages and your grief is blocking getting my messages. So there's all of that. And it might be that, the dog might be seeing another animal that's passed that was a dominant animal in the family. That it would take some exploring to find out what's really going on. But I believe at the core of all things is love and light, and that sometimes there may be spirits that are confused about what's going on here. I think everything can be met with love and light and help. When the animal knows what they're seeing and what they're experiencing, they can just tell me, like, yeah, I feel this oppressive thing happening with me. And I go, well, okay, then we'll call in some of our archangel friends and we'll take care of this right away. And give you some protection. We'll put you in a bubble of love and light that will let you know you are safe in the world and really being eternal beings as souls of human, animal, whatever, we're eternal beings. Things can happen to our bodies, but our souls are divine love, and there are some people that deal with negative attachments. And where they come from, what they are, I don't really know, but I do know that all can return to love and light, to the divine. And I know there are people that specialize in helping with, helping getting these attachments detached and going where they need to go. I have friends that do it. I have,
Wonderful. Yep.
That I know. Yeah.